Alrighty, YouTube land. How's it going? Overtax Taxpayer here. By popular demand, a silver video. So I thought about what I could talk about, and that's to support the silver and gold stacking community. And I wanted to talk about how I got into silver stacking, when my progression into it, what I first bought, some of the mistakes I felt that I made, that sort of thing, and in the hopes that will actually help some of our new stackers out there think about what they're going to buy, and most importantly, not just follow somebody blindly because they stack gold and silver bullion, but actually have a methodical, calculated journey into it. You know, just don't do it because somebody's doing it. You got to do it because you want to, and the reasons why. So without further delay, let me adjust this camera here. There we go. It was about 2008. Once upon a time, it was 2008. It was about 2008. At that time, I was actually watching a lot of survival and prepper videos. Most of them seemed to be fear-mongering. Just bullcrap fear-mongering. However, I watched. I took and absorbed and digested what I wanted from them and disposed of the rest. And it got me thinking. It got me into politics and whatnot. And back then, I basically saw what was going to happen as of these days, what's going on now. And that's my reason for prepping. I got a year's worth of food stored in my home. I made that decision to do it. I bought it at yesteryear's prices, not today's prices. I actually stored it in a way where it's good for an excess of 25 years in sealed, oxygen-free Mylar bags within 5-gallon buckets. Easily a year worth of food. So I had that emergency contingency taken care of. The next for me was a financial insurance policy. You know, got to eat, but you also got to pay for stuff, right? At the same time, because when you prep, it's not just about getting food. You know, you take a look at some of those older YouTube videos. It's about the biggest and best gun, and you're going to be a prepper. And most people were out there spending their mortgage on the fanciest guns and the fanciest scopes, and they were flexing their chest. Oh, I'm a prepper. And I didn't fall for that. You know, I've always had a concealed carry permit. I've always been into firearms a little bit. I wasn't overzealous with them, but I was one of those people that I needed one of each tool. I didn't need 5 handguns and 5 rifles and 5 shotguns and 5 AR modifications. But what I decided to do is buy 1 or 2 from each of those models. You know, I got a couple of handguns. I got one 308 rifle, long-range rifle. I got an AR. I got a shotgun. I even got a 22, Ruger 1022 to be exact. You know, but I didn't go overboard with these. I didn't buy the most expensive, cool-looking weapons just to be tactical. You know, the weapon is tactical. I call it tactical. I didn't buy it on the basis of trying to be tactical. So I got the weapons. I got some hand tools so I can repair my own, you know, my own fixings that I needed around the house and vehicle and whatnot. I'm good at everything. There's nothing I can't repair. So I did that. So finally, it was about finances. About how do I prepare financially. I already have the 401k. I already have a retirement plan through my work, a pension plan. So how do I get money and store it so it cannot be taken from me? right? Because a savings account can be taken from you. A lot of people don't realize that in a case of a financial emergency, this is true. In a case of a financial emergency set upon by the federal government, the bank can take possession and ownership of anything in its safety deposit boxes and the accounts. It is theirs in a financial emergency. So how, and this is basically what I've been in fear of. It's not been that a planet Nibiru is going to, some of these videos I watch, planet Nibiru is going to crash into the earth, or there's going to be a solar flare, or there's going to be this, and the flat earth, and all these retarded freaking fantasy reasons to go and prep, you know, and go to buy a gun, you know, but stupid reasons. But I felt in my heart of hearts back in 2008 that there was a financial problem coming. Back then, I could not pinpoint when it was. I just knew it was just common sense. The natural trajectory of a problem, it just gets worse. Doesn't get better by itself. And here we are today where we're seeing $4 gas. I'm actually, for this car, I pay $4, and gas fluctuates here in Tucson, Arizona, as it does in your area. It's $4.11 this morning. You know, it's driving the prices up of food and everything that we require money for. And with the devalue of our dollar, I decided to stack silver. Not only did I decide to stack silver, but I decided to take ownership and protect it in a safe within my own home. It can never be taken from me, and it's always there in the event of an emergency. And what I like about a silver and gold, I stack gold too, what I like about that type of savings account is it's not connected to my debit card, where I just get a little bit stupid and it's easy for me to whip out a debit card and spend like an idiot. It's unattached to the banking system and its debit cards and whatnot, right? In order for me to go and spend that money, for example, I love electronics. I'm a typical guy. I love going into a store. I love looking at stereo equipment, cameras and whatnot. If I had that on me, I'd spend it like that. But no, I have to leave Best Buy or wherever I might be. Might be a car shop or whatnot. I'm buying whatever. I have to drive home to get that silver and then turn around to a coin shop and trade it in for cash. But during that journey to and from, I have time to cool down. I have time to reason with myself. So it's actually harder to spend silver and gold due to the fact that there is a transaction that needs to be taking place, right? You need to change it into cash. That's why I love a silver and gold savings account in your house. It's always going to be worth money. The dollar, first of all, I challenge you to find the word dollar, $5 bill, $10 bill, cash, the word cash. Challenge you to find it in the Bible, that word. I challenge you to find it. You will not find it in the Bible. Yet the very first chapter of the Bible, you will find gold and silver within it. Within the first, what, Genesis is it? Within Genesis, let's just say within Genesis, you will find gold and silver in there. So it has a longevity, a history of being money. Whereas the dollar bill or cash is a very short, it's only been with us a very short time. Gold and silver will never become zero. It can never become zero. Yet the dollar and the cash system can. And that is another reason why I stack gold and silver. It is God's money. So some of the first mistakes I made when stacking silver, I wanted the most gold at the cheapest price possible. And to this day, that is still a reasonable way of getting gold and silver. But I made the mistake, in my opinion, it was a mistake. It is not a strategic mistake, but it was a mistake based on my taste. Everybody has likes and dislikes. I went out and I bought hundreds of 1 ounce bars. Got them in the mail, opened them up, and they were very pretty and very nice and whatnot, but they were all the same. And I didn't realize it at the time that stacking gold and silver, to me, at just before the very first purchase, it was more of a business transaction. But after touching it with my hands and hearing the metal clank together as I shook it to my ear, I realized it had more to do than just a business transaction. It was something I actually enjoyed. And I started looking at some of the coins, various bullion coins and generic rounds and whatnot. So my very first mistake, I think, was buying too many of one type. Okay, because I still think everybody should have a variation of gold and silver, whether it be bars, bullion, generic rounds, and whatnot. So that's what my first mistake was. Again, it was not a business mistake. The silver is still worth silver. It's more of from a collector's perspective. I had too much of one thing. So think about that on your very first purchase. What you want to. If it's all about business and just getting silver, then it really doesn't matter. Get some silver bars. Get the most recognizable silver bars out there. Do not get silver bars that nobody's ever seen before. You get from this company that is just a sole company onto its own and doesn't sell their products on the new, or I should say on the bigger websites like ATMEX, JM Bullions, and those places. Those bars are recognizable, although they do sell many variations of bars. They're recognizable. But if you go with a company that's all onto itself, and they're not even popular enough to have reached the masses, no one's going to really recognize them and will be at suspicion when you go to sell them. So get something that's recognizable regardless of whatever it is. You know me, I love my American Silver Eagles. I love the Canadian Maple Leafs. And a lot of people make a big deal over 3 9s versus 4 9s. That's the purity level. And they swear by it. Oh, get the 4 9s. Oh my God, you got to get the 4 9s. Oh my God. It's more silver. Just like high school math. But 4 9s subtract 3 9s. There's your difference in purity. Very minimal. So don't sweat the 4 9s versus 9 9s. Okay, I mean 4 9s versus 3 9s. Just get whatever you like. It's silver. Buy it from a reputable company and get a variation is, I guess, the takeaway to this. I love some of the Queen's Beast series. I love a lot of the artsy fartsy kind of coins that have a high relief. You know, that image that just pops off the coin. You'll notice that with the Queen's Beast series and whatnot. Just such a high relief. Beautiful silver bullion. Just some of the best stuff I own. But I would just say enjoy it. Enjoy it. I'm sorry, I'm getting text messages from work as I'm driving home to watch the elections on TV. Nothing more stressful than seeing your boss pop up on the screen here. But just get a variety is what I want to say. Is obviously if you just want to stack one type, then go for it. But this is just my journey and how I got into it. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't listen to everybody. You don't have to. And one takeaway is I think of it as a 3-lane or 4-way highway. Some cars are going to go faster. Some are going to go slower. But we're all going in the same direction here, right? We're all trying to strive a nice high-value savings account. We're all trying to get a bunch of silver and gold, right? All of us. We're all going to the same place, and that's our goal, is to have a safe load of silver and gold, right? To become wealthy. What I want you to do is not worry about the cars that are passing you, who are able to spend more money than you and acquire more coins faster than you. You got to do it in a financially responsible way. Don't go and blow your entire mortgage and freak out that you got to do it overnight, and then all your other bills suffer. You get your electric bill or whatever gets shut down. Don't do it all in one night. Do it to where you're comfortable, and not worry about what the other person's doing. Okay, you're going to be in your own lane. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Don't worry about the YouTube videos that they're making where they're buying a monster box a month. Don't worry about it. You do what you can do at your own pace and enjoy it. Now, as far as bars versus coins, I really don't give a damn. Personally, I love the Sunshine Mint bars. Those are my favorite bars. You may have your bars, I may have mine that I like. That doesn't mean my bar is better than your bar. It's silver, and silver is silver as long as it's recognizable. But if you ever see some of the Sunshine Mint bars, I just think they're nice. I collect, as I mentioned before, Silver Eagles, Canadian Maple Leaves, all kinds of generic rounds. My favorite increment in bars is the 10-ounce bars. It's my favorite, but there's nothing wrong with stacking higher increments. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just my preference. I find also that some of the smaller increments could possibly be sold easier in hard times, in hard financial times. Can you imagine walking up to somebody, I say somebody very loosely, with a 20-ounce bar when times are rough? So sometimes it pays to have a 1-ounce bar instead of the 20-ounce bar. Stack of variety, as I already mentioned before. Stack of variety. Keep it in your safe. And my very last bit of advice. When I started stacking, I was on the gold and silver charts and watching the price jump up and down and up and down. It would just drive me crazy. Oh my God, I just lost some money. Oh my God, I just won. I got some money. Oh, I just lost. Oh, I just gained. Forget it. You know what I do? I look at the charts maybe once every 3-4 months. I pretty much don't even touch the gold and silver in my safe anymore. I forget it's even there, and it makes life for me so much easier. At first, I would go in the safe. When I first started stacking, I'd play with them and hold them in my hands, and you're gonna do it too. And there's nothing wrong with it. For the first couple of months being new to silver, you're gonna play with your coins, and you're gonna look at the charts and the financials and the perspectives and whatnot. Then after a while, you're going to forget about them, and that's the best way to do it, is just forget about it. It's going to be there when you retire. It'll be better than a savings account, okay? That money can never be taken away from you. It is the best financial insurance policy there is. Anyway, I got to run. I'm going to go home and watch the elections. I might even have a freaking... I don't know, I might have something to drink, slam down and get a little stupid. You folks have a great night. I hope we win.